Hey, it's Kevin back with another Road Warrior video update. You know, it's kind of the lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer being here. You know, it's hard to believe that 4th of July is just a few days away. The middle of the summer, the peak of the summer, the pinnacle point of the summer for most. Although I guess summer now is different for kids because of activities, because of what's going on in the world, because we don't have 3 months to just go out and play in the yard anymore. I guess kids don't do that anymore. It's not the safest world anymore, at least not the world I grew up in. But there's one thing about summer I love that I'm missing these days. And it's what I call sweet treats. There aren't as many small little ice cream stands, or frozen custard stands, or snow cone stands, or any of those kind of things that seem so simple. Even, I mean, yes, there are ice cream men who come by in their carts, but even then, not so frequently and not so much. And I'll be honest with you, because I didn't buy groceries as a kid, I went to the grocery store with my parents. I don't know if there weren't as many popsicles year-round in the grocery store. So I don't know if the good humor treats, I don't know if the bomb pop and the snow cone, all those kind of things that you could get from the ice cream man weren't available where they are now, so it's not quite as big a thing. I also realized, too, buying something out of the back of some guy's truck who's just driving around town isn't the safest thing to do anymore. But I'm thinking that the world hasn't changed that much, that we don't care about those things. My wife and I have always said the Nashville area isn't big on ice cream. Yeah, you got your Dairy Queen, but there aren't a lot of mom and pop ice cream stands. There are a few. They're long term. They've been here a long time. They're very old. They're fine for what they are, but there aren't a lot of them. In her hometown in Indiana, what used to be the Tasty Freeze, now called the Busy Bee, is still there, a couple of blocks down from where she grew up and where she lived. And she's on their Facebook page, and we know what their two, special ice cream flavors are of the week. We've been there. We went there when we went back for a funeral earlier in the year. We stopped at the Busy Bee in our suits and our funeral dresses to have a treat, just because it's the Busy Bee. And I don't know if it's the simplicity of life that I'm missing. I don't know if it's the good old days that I'm missing, or it's just something that I think is lacking, something I think is yearning. We've got a new sweet treat place in our, I wouldn't even say neighborhood, it's like 30 miles away, that we drive to, and it's like a New Orleans snowball place. It's called Pelican Snowballs. It's a chain, a small little chain, and a guy in Tennessee bought a franchise and opened one up in this town that's close but yet not close. They're not cheap. I mean, they're like $3-4, but they're good. They're not the greatest for you, but to me it's better than an ice cream cone, I guess. And they have 100 flavors, which for me, it's all about the flavors. The more flavors you got, I never get bored. But again, it's not like it's just around the block. For some reason, I remember growing up, there was always an ice cream place and always an ice cream stand, if you will, a sweet treat place within walking distance. Not so much anymore. I guess we're not a walking culture anymore either, for that matter. Next week, I won't ruminate about the good old days, although I probably will. Back next week with another Road Warrior update. KevinMason.us, our home for all the Road Warriors. How many are we up to now? God, I can't even tell you. 350? Are we up to 350 yet? We're real close. I think in a couple episodes, we're up to 350 episodes of this crazy stuff. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. So wherever you prefer to watch your videos, we'll be there. Wherever you watch us this week, we're going to be here again. So just bookmark, come on back. Thanks for coming by. Tell a friend. See you next week. Another Road Warrior. Thanks.